Hi, everyone. I was just on my way out the door and I decided, no, stop, record this thing now. It's, I think, generally important for all of us to take heed of something. As the events deteriorate and become darker around the world, as we fall deeper into chaos, which has all been predicted by pretty much every psychic astrologer, the Z's said we've got till 2033 to be stepping through all this chaos, understanding that it's also our responsibility to keep building our own lives and our own creation, we still become entangled in it. If you open your news app in the morning like I do, I don't want to be uninformed as to the stupidity of what's going on in the world, but at the same time, I don't want it to own me. And this is where I think our spiritual wisdom and discipline is really being called upon right now. So the way I handle it is after I've done my little meditation or exercise or whatnot, little qigong, then I'll have a cup of tea. I'll open the news app, see what's going on in the world. And of course, I'm appalled at almost everything. And that's designed that way. It's designed to draw us into very low frequencies emotionally, which is creating a kind of mass incoherence on an emotional level. When I'm at the Gaia event, I'm going to be talking about emotional coherence and going much deeper into all of this. But for the sake of this conversation, the people that are hidden and use these others that you read about as their minions to carry out these deeds, we're talking about dark forces here. Let's not confuse ourselves. It doesn't matter what the agenda is cloaked as. These are dark forces, and they're keeping our attention drawn outward instead of drawn to what is real. And when I say real, you can say, oh, well, reality is an illusion. But, as it was once said, it was by Einstein, but a very persistent one. So what I do is allow myself to go into it. I get angry. I'm, like everybody else. And then I play it out in my mind. Is there anything I can do? Can I take action in any way? If there's some kind of action I can take, I'll take that action. And then I'm done with it. I go about my day and I look around my life. I look around my beautiful land and home and the things that I've chosen to surround myself with, the people I've chosen to surround myself with, even down to the tea I drink. These are my choices about my life, how I want to instantiate it with beauty in every single way I can. And so this is my creation. This is my reality. It's my reality for this lifetime. I've chosen each thing. I've chosen all the elements of how I want to live. And it doesn't mean it's not fraught with challenge at times. Of course it is. We all have challenges that come in and you have to deal with them. But in terms of my ability to create what I need to support and sustain myself, friendships, family, etc., my creation is the life I've created around all of that. So once I'm done being ticked off and I've played the scenarios out in my mind, then withdraw, whether it's go take a shower, get into my work, whatnot. I withdraw from that reality, that non-reality reality that's being created by those others. I withdraw from that completely. And that is what we have to do now. Otherwise, we're going to be part of the creation of mass emotional dissonance. And yes, it's going to occur, but do we have to feed it? That's the question. I'm suggesting no, we do not have to feed it. It doesn't mean we have to turn a blind eye. We can look at it, we can even engage, but then pull back, look around, have a latte, a cup of tea, touch someone you love, and boom, anchor in to your creation. That's your world, and that's your reality. The other one is not. It's created to really draw us off of ourselves and draw us off of the energy to continue creating our own. So let's be very aware. The media is not doing us any favors. We all know that. They're in complete collusion with what's going on because they feed off of mass emotional dissonance. It's very addictive. We've talked about this before. So let's not buy it. If you want to get whipped up for a minute or two, let's do it. Let's play it out. And then that's it. I know one of the people that I respect, Shi Hengyi, who really is, yes, he's a Kung Fu master, but he's really more a philosopher, and he talks about this in the very similar way. Do you choose where you're going to put that emotional energy? And the emotional energy is pumped up and huge right now. So that's my kind of my little journey for the day that I just wanted to share with you, and I hope you got something out of it. Most of you already know all this. It's just a reminder not to allow ourselves to sink into that morass and to keep the light of our own creation front and center. Bye-bye for now. If you like this content, please feel free to help by donating to Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Helps keep the lights on, the pieces edited, social media rolling, etc. for my wonderful little crew. In addition, you can sign up for my newsletter. That'll give you access to a download of this amazing human origin story that you've likely never heard before. I think you're going to love it. Thank you.